Hi everybody, I haven't done a massive amount of videoing this week, so I thought I'd just kind of like talk you through the week. So this is Pennsylvania, the middle bit, I guess. So what did we do this week? Well, there was an epic descent down into Duncannon earlier on in the week. There's a place called Hawks Rock that's a bit of a lookout point that the locals go to. And I think there's something like 700 stone steps that go up to it, or in our case we're going down from it, virtually vertically, and that was right at the end of the day. So that was a real challenge. I mean, it was right on the edge of a sheer drop as well. You know, you see all these young people running up it like mountain goats, and like there's the two of us sort of struggling to step down these sort of like 2-foot sort of stone steps. So that was interesting. It was quite tiring because it was at the end of the day. And then we sorted some more of our gear out that I mentioned on the last video. We had to put in an Amazon order. Unfortunately, some of it didn't arrive in time, so we needed to get back to the motel that it had gone to. So there are these people along the trail called Trail Angels that kind of, for a very reasonable fee, they'll kind of like shuttle you to places or help you out or do things. So we met this lovely lady called Trail Angel Mary, and she shuttled us back in her camper van to Carlisle to go and pick up our bits and pieces, and she helped us with like loads of different things. We were sat in her living room for about an hour, but this lady, she became unexpectedly homeless maybe about 2 decades ago, and she ended up living on the campsite at the waterfront in Duncannon, and that's where she met hikers, and the hikers took care of her and really looked out for her. So she's got a real heart for hikers, and this lady has got lots of personal challenges and health issues and everything, and yet her heart is still going out to people, and she's just so generous and so lovely. So Trail Angel Mary, I love you. You're amazing. And yeah, it was really nice to meet her and spend time with her. So I think that was one of the highlights of the week. What else was there? Oh, we had several days where we were serenaded by automatic machine gun fire, and choppers, and what else was it? Oh, and mortars and all sorts of other things. And as we were wandering through the rhododendrons, Mish made the point that it did seem as though we were almost in Apocalypse Now or a similar film as that. It turns out that there's possibly a military base, but definitely a state police firearms department around the corner from where we were for a couple of days, and they were certainly trying out every single bit of artillery fire that they possibly could. So that was fun. What else did we have? Oh, we had a reroute because some beavers had very inconsiderately built a dam over the path. Great. You know, what can you do? You can't tell them not to build there. Put signposts up, but beavers can't read apparently, so it wasn't very good. Okay, what else did we have? Oh yes, and then when we came in for our resupply this time around as well, we met some random Northern Irish guy in a car in the car park whilst we were trying to get ourselves a lift to the motel. Offered us a lift, so that was really another really nice, generous person. So it's nice to have a conversation with him. What else? Oh yes, and then when we came in, well, it's a piddle, healthy as anything. And then a few nights ago, came into the motel, we ordered pizza. I ate my pizza and I did not keep my pizza down. I ended up with food poisoning from the pizza. So all those, you know, eating with dirty hands, living in a tent for several, weeks on end, no problems, totally healthy. I come into civilization, I eat a pizza and I'm ill. So anyway, so we ended up with a couple of days here. Like I literally couldn't eat a thing. If somebody shows me a pizza again, it's going to be too soon, to be honest with you. But I feel a lot better now, which is good, because we're heading out tomorrow morning, back onto the trail, only for a little while. We're going out for another 3 days, and then we're going to stop again at a town which has an outfitters, because there are a couple of bits that we still would like to get, which would make our lives a bit easier, and there just don't seem to be trail outfitters along the trail at all. So that's anyway, yeah, so I think that's about the size of the week. There's probably lots of things that I've forgotten to say, but yeah, so there we go. Pennsylvania, the middle bit. To give you guys some kind of idea of the terrain here in Pennsylvania, I'll just show you. This is the kind of path we're coming across constantly. So this is the trail. You can see the white blaze on that tree just up ahead, and the path continues like this. So Pennsylvania is known for its rocks, but if you look at these things, right, none of them are properly anchored. I'll show you some of them. They just literally move around the whole time. You've got nowhere at all to put your feet. You end up sort of walking on these ridge bits here. You can't put your feet between them. So did you see that? That one's just a little bit, and they rock when you stand on them. They're not all fixed, so you're constantly playing a little game of trying to get through without at the very least twisting an ankle, or at the very worst falling over and snapping a tibia in half. So that's just one of the joys of this lovely state. Apart from that though, it's very beautiful. So it's about 10 o'clock at night, and the sound that you can hear is the rain beating down on the tent. We've got here just in time this evening to set up our tents before this started, and this has been going on now for hours and hours and hours. But I am warm and dry. This tent is Big Agnes Copper Spur UL2, and despite the fact that it looks like a carrier bag with a mesh top on it, it is actually incredibly waterproof. So I'm really thankful to be in here and not out there tonight. Well, good morning. 2 nights ago it was absolutely freezing cold, and today is boiling hot and really humid. So we had to camp in a unofficial tent site last night because the shelters are quite far apart here, and we've woken up this morning and it's very muggy, but nice and sunny, so that's great. There was also absolute torrential rain last night. I mean, ridiculously torrential rain for hours and hours and hours, and yeah, so everything was soggy and wet when we packed up this morning. Not much fun, but anyway, I thought I would show you this lovely view that I've come across here. If I can turn the camera around, hang on a second. So there we go. Makes you appreciate just how high up this mountain range is. And it's not even that high up for a mountain range because they're quite old mountains, so they've had a lot of time to erode and wear down. But you can see quite a lot of Pennsylvania there. So this is the ridge line that we're walking along at the moment. Down there you can see sort of a bridge. That's Duncannon, where we stayed 2 days ago. And I think that's the Susquehanna River. So we're literally walking along the ridge lines at the moment. This is quite a tame path. The one we had to negotiate yesterday was a load of boulders and a sheer drop on either side. So we're literally scrambling on our hands and knees and kind of doing a bit of a bum scoot and stuff. So you get a little bit of an idea of the scenery. A delightful power line just right in front of us there. Lovely. But, so there we go. Beautiful view, nice clear day, bit of a breeze, lovely warm weather, just right for walking.